I don't know what's crazier, honestly. That Harrison Ford is 80 years old and about to star in a new Indiana Jones movie this summer, or that LEGO is re-releasing, or I should say revitalizing, retired themes from famous IPs like Lord of the Rings that was just announced last month, and now Indiana Jones with 3 brand new sets coming out in anticipation of the new movie's release. But the super cool thing is that these 3 sets are based off the original 3 movies of the Indiana Jones series. So let's take a look at all 3 and why I think the one that is the cheapest is actually the best set. Okay, let's start right in the middle. We're gonna take a look at the Escape from the Lost Tomb set, which is 600 pieces, and it's going to retail for $40. That's actually not a bad price per piece count, especially considering that you get 4 presumably completely unique minifigures. I know that we've had Indiana Jones, the minifigure, before, but you know, he's retired, he's been retired for a long time, so I'm considering this effectively a new minifigure for all intents and purposes. So we get Sala, we get Indiana Jones, we get Marion, and we get a little mummified zombie creature who's not really a zombie in the movie, I know. But the way that Steven Spielberg kind of shot that scene and made it look creepy, zombie-esque. Not a bad set, honestly, especially considering this is a kid's play set ultimately. I know a lot of people out there are probably bemoaning the fact that it's not a lot more expensive with a lot more pieces and a lot more of a display piece, but we do have to remember, as I mentioned in a lot of other videos, that LEGO is first and foremost was designed for kids, even though AFOLs like ourselves do love the big sets, myself included. I would have loved to see this as a big set, but it is cool to see something that is playable and affordable for kids too. We do have the Lost Ark, which is super cool. I do wonder if this is a piece that can be opened or if it is just a brick with a sticker on it. Not sure which way to go. I hope it's just a little thing you can open, but I wouldn't be surprised if it was just a brick with a sticker either, because the Lost Ark, as the movie showed us, is not supposed to be opened. And a great little play feature that has the tower falling as Indiana Jones swings on it, just like the movie, and knocks over part of the wall, which leads us to the back part of the set that has the part where Marion is freaking out when the mummy seems to kind of be alive, just the way he's decomposing and all that. And then you have the snakes, a little lever with snakes that pour out. This is a great set for sure. Just the play functionality for $40, which isn't bad at all these days for LEGO, especially considering it's an IP. Oh, and you got the little flames. The flames where they're trying to, you know, and he says, you know, they're afraid of fire, and he's trying to push them all back. Kind of disappointed that this piece right here is not printed. This would have been a great opportunity to do something a la Johnny Thunder Adventurers line with printed hieroglyph pieces, but I guess, you know, keeping the price down a little bit. And then on the other side of the set, here's a better view of the little mechanism that you can use to swing the, I'm gonna call the zombie mummy, that's what I'll call it, up, and a little sticker piece here, and you can see some eyes peeking from the darkness, as it were. And great little shot of Sala and Indy. Oh yeah, I think this is a great set. I'll be honest, when I first saw it, I wasn't super impressed until I saw the price, the piece count, the minifigure count, the fact that it's an IP, and the fact that it has all these play features built in for kids. I do think it's a fantastic set overall. Maybe this one's my favorite. No, we'll return to that thought. Next is the Temple of the Golden Idol, also from the first movie. And I guess I have a disclaimer. So these 3 sets are actually from movies 1, 1, and 3. LEGO did have something in the works apparently for Temple of Doom, but they announced that they are consolidating kind of their Indiana Jones product line. So we are not getting an Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom set supposedly at this time. Sad, but that's the worst of the 3 original movies anyway, in my humble opinion. This set is 1,545 pieces and it retails for $150. Like the other 2 sets, it will be released on April 1st. We get 4 minifigures, Indiana Jones, of course, Cepito, played by Alfred Molina, who went on to play Dr. Octopus in Spider-Man 2, if you weren't aware of that. And we have Belloc, who becomes the main villain, and of course, one of the natives as well. And this piece is very different in that it is more geared toward adults for sure, and it is designed in the same style as some of the recent Star Wars diorama sets. It's a display piece, ultimately. This set is made for adults, even though it does look like it has a little bit of a play feature with these turning dials, which is pretty cool. You have basically the different booby traps that Indiana Jones has to work through in the prologue to Raiders of the Lost Ark. You do have some great detailing. You have the part where Indiana Jones taking a little bag of dirt and he's trying to do the whole thing where he moves the idol over and slides the bag of dirt on, so that's pretty cool. I do wonder, based on the pictures, if it's going to lower a little bit. This dial does something, I'm guessing either turns or lowers. or it's releasing this part of the idol statue just like in the movie, which is pretty fantastic. This honestly gives me a lot of Johnny Thunder vibes, which Johnny Thunder seems like a reverse engineering of Indiana Jones in a way, so it all makes sense. This is kind of morbid. You have them setting up this little bit where Satipo gets kind of impaled in a way, and I love that they have the boulder play feature for sure, of course, and more of the traps. And then you have a few pages back, the little bit where they swing across the chasm there. So all in all, play features for a diorama are pretty stinking awesome in this set for sure. And then there's your minifigures again. You have the Native, you have Belloc, Indiana Jones, and Sapito. And let's see, moving further in, you have the little bit of the closing door where Indy loses his whip and has to reach under the door before it crushes his hand to grab the whip. And oh, there is a light brick right over the idol, so that's pretty cool. That's probably one of the reasons why the price is a little bit more than expected. Yeah, that's honestly my biggest gripe with this set. It's really cool, but a couple things. I think it is a little bit expensive. Yeah, $150 for this set a few years ago would have been, I mean, I know that LEGO raised their prices, but it would have been probably closer to a $100 set. So to put in perspective, you had a set, another IP set, the Friends, that was a little more than 1,000 pieces or so, and went for $60, and this is $1,500. Not $1,500, that would be way too much. This is $1,545 for $150. I know LEGO raised their prices last year. If this was a $100 set, I'd almost definitely consider it. The fact that it's $150 and is, quote, just a diorama makes me think probably no personally. I do think dioramas are cool, but I haven't got any personally just because it seems like you're taking out some of the play features in it because you basically have one really detailed side and the other side is effectively blank. And I prefer sets that have more of a 360 look around. You know, kind of like the Gaza pyramid bit that looks really cool, but you get half of a pyramid effectively. So that's honestly my main gripe. I think the play features are fine for sure, but as an Indiana Jones fan, and I'm a huge Indiana Jones fan, especially Raiders of the Lost Ark, it would have been cool to see something that was a little bit more enclosed in something more 3D, so to speak. And then again, I'm just griping a little bit here. I'm just saying what I would have done. I don't think there's anything wrong with this set personally at all. It's just not 100% the direction I would have gone. If it ever goes on sale to $100, I would absolutely consider it for sure. And the last set we have is the fighter plane chase. This is $387 for 30. There we go again. It is not $387. Ryan, you're an idiot. 387 pieces for $35. There's a little of my accent that I don't have. What in the world am I doing? It's way too late. It is a reasonable price. World War II plane and a car, and you've got the little, whatchamacallit things, the little things that shoot the things. Help me out, guys. My words are not coming tonight. The little missile cannon gunfire that the German pilot, the Nazi pilot, is firing at Indiana Jones and his dad, Henry Jones Sr., and you got a nice little touch with the Berlin sign. And I do like the plane. Again, it is not supposed to be super, super detailed because it is an 8+ set in this case. But it is nice to see that you do have a little bit of detail on the set. And I love here, you're recreating the bit where Indy and the plane are sliding alongside each other in the tunnel. But the back of the car, you've got a place for the characters, our heroes, to have a chest, and Henry Jones Sr.'s briefcase and his umbrella, which is absolutely fantastic. The plane has this cool feature where the wings break away, just like in the movie. The cockpit's super cool because it looks like it's a 360-degree cockpit, which I absolutely love that. And then the absolute best part of the set is that we get Sean Connery in Lego form as Henry Jones Sr., and this is absolutely fantastic. This is a set of the three that I probably won't pass up just because it's a decent price, even though the price per piece ratio is much better in the first set from Raiders of the Lost Ark. This one is fairly affordable, and you get 3 great minifigures. The pilot, I like his pilot jacket, which is fantastic. It's fine that you don't get any printed leg pieces for a pilot. And then you get Henry Jones Jr. and Henry Jones Sr., and those are just great minifigures. So the fact that you get a cool car that basically would be a great 1930s, 40s car for a Lego city, and then the plane with the minifigures, that's what really sets this one for me as the one that I will probably get of the 3 for sure. Let me know in the comments below which set of these 3 is your favorite and which one is your least favorite. And until next time, happy building.